Welcome to another episode of the Project Vega podcast. We are on episode 19 and I am your host, Project Vega. It is December 28th, 2021. We are almost at the end of the year. I mean, we're basically here at the end of the year. It's about to be new year, new me type shit, where a bunch of people start making these bullshit resolutions and not commit to them after the first month. Like, it's how the world goes. It's like literally just rinse and repeat. Just don't believe anything anybody be saying. Came out with this podcast because I was like, fuck it, let me just hurry up and throw another one of these podcasts out, because I have no idea if I'll be doing one for the month of January. I don't know, I might. I didn't put the tweet out or anything like that I'm making this podcast. I kind of just had a lot of stuff left over from previous podcasts, and then like there's a couple things I wanted to touch up on, because some things did happen, like Spider-Man, and a couple like season finales for some things, and of course the game. So I got a couple things I want to talk about. So I don't know how long this episode is going to be, but we are here. You can follow me at the Project Vega podcast for the latest memes, funny shit, posting of the latest version of the podcast, upcoming podcasts, anytime I am going to go live with another episode. This one is just a little bit different. So yeah, that's why. There are a couple questions from the previous podcast that I'll be answering, a couple little quick bits that I'll be talking about, and then like just a few things that I have written down, and that's really gonna be it. Unless I start rambling on about bullshit like I usually do. That's how it usually goes on this podcast. So we just gonna jump right into it. But first, before we backtrack, I'm just all over the place because I'm actually in the middle of packing, because I'll be leaving on a trip for about a week. In a week, yeah. So if you're watching the video version of this podcast, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you're listening to this on Spotify has just released ratings, so go ahead and rate this shit 5-star on Spotify. If you're listening to Apple, do the same thing. Spotify on Apple, leave a 5 stars, leave a like, comment. If you'd like to have your question answered on the podcast, go ahead, either DM me at the Project Vega podcast. Also, my email's in the description if you want to email me it. Comment on YouTube, anything like that, and I will answer it live on the podcast. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. First thing first, I'm gonna just talk about this COVID shit, this whole Omicron, this god tier fucking version, third time's the charm type bullshit of the virus that is even more infectious, is even getting around even more. This shit's crazy. It's wild. Like, a lot more people are getting infected at a much quicker rate. It's insane. Like, they said the first like the Delta variant was 20 times more infectious, I believe was what they were saying. It was like 20 times or 10 times, and then this one is like twice as infectious as the other one. So it's just like you got like huge disparity from the first version to this version, and it's just like they say third time's the charm, and it's working. This one's really it. Like, not too many like bad things have been happening, I guess, because I've been sort of kind of following the nose about it, where it's just like people are just having like mild symptoms where they're just out for like a couple days, maybe a week and a half, like nothing too severe. No like bad cases where you need to be sent to a hospital or some shit like that. But that's just what some media is portraying online, not the actual news media, not news outlets. So yeah, just protect your loved ones, be considerate, wear a mask. We're coming down to the wire on this damn thing. Like, it seems, I don't know, let's just get this shit over with, bro. It's third year into this fucking virus, or yeah, about 3 years into this virus, almost about to go 4. I can't believe y'all motherfuckers really thought it was gonna only last 3 to 4 months and it would have stopped. I was like, hell nah, bro, this shit gonna last like 3, 4, 5 years, man. This is the way people act. You really think it was gonna last that long? It could have. In a perfect world, it could have. But we're not perfect. Not a single human being on this goddamn planet is perfect. So yeah, that's why it's just gonna keep happening. We're almost at the end of the year. We're about 3 days. About 3-4 days out? 1, 2, 3, 4. About 3 days, 3.5 days out at this point. By the time this podcast comes out, I'll release it tonight. Video version as well. Audio version will go up tonight. for the East Coast, it's probably like almost like 1 a.m. or some shit like that, depending on how long this shit is, and I get it edited and up. Maybe 2 a.m. at that time. Yeah, new year, bro. Hopefully you guys have a lot of oh my god, why am I always just slurring and messing up my words? Hope you guys have a lot planned for 2022, because the only person who's gonna make your life better is yourself. And if you don't have things set up to better your future, you just gonna be complacent. Nobody likes being complacent, because then you just complain. Nobody wants to hear you complain. Close your fucking mouth and actually get some shit done. God damn, bro. Let's get the moving, especially men. Like, men, y'all need to us guys, we need to step our game up, man. Well, I definitely am. I've been doing that shit. Like, I reap what I sow automatically. Yeah, hold up, bro. I ain't gonna join your party yet. You can catch me afterwards. Yeah, I'm doing my fucking thing. I'm doing the right thing. I'm growing, bro. I'm about to be 25. I just consider myself 25 because it's like right here around the fucking corner. So yeah, I'm doing what I need to do. My future's already set up. My money's right. It's real right, and it's looking real nice. I don't need to tell you what my bank account looking like, because you already know it's good enough. It's looking better. Especially with cryptocurrencies. Right now, as we speak, it's like, if Bitcoin recovers, the market recovers, you can see another great run like we've been seeing the past, I guess, like few days, week, if that. We've already had like a very bloody month where it was just nothing but just red. It was more of just chop. It was just, we were in a chop, and it was just whatever at that point. But well, it's definitely gonna, 2022 is gonna turn around. It's gonna look real nice. Hopefully everybody who's in makes a fuck ton of money. Anybody who's not in, hopefully you get in before that shit happens, so you become financial free in a sort of way, so you be able to do the things you want to, get out of debt, get your shit right, pay off any bills from a hospital and shit like that, get your credit up, get the car you want, get the house you want. Putting on that good energy on you. It's 2022. Let's get the shit right, bro. Let's set it up, boys and girls. Yeah, that is the next section. Well, not section. It's just like little quick bits, because some shit that happened. What was it, yesterday or the day before that? That has not come to my attention. It's always in my face, but it's never really actually directly at me until it actually happens. And what I'm talking about is racism. I had a situation the other day, and I handled it very well, actually, where this racist person, who I thought was, I guess, a friend, said some shit, and I put him in check, and he already knows what's coming towards him by doing that stupid shit and saying that stupid shit. He had no points of condition as to why he said that. He was trying to make excuses. He tried to say, just to try to make it better by saying, you could call me a racial slur. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't like you. Get the fuck out my face. And it made two other people that I'm really close to very uncomfortable, and they're white. It made them very uncomfortable with the shit that he said. And it was uncalled for and unneeded. Yeah, handling racism is a big fucking thing, and there's no pass to racism, no matter what race you are. Doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latino, all that. It just doesn't, you don't get a pass for that. Like, there should be no pass for anybody to allow that shit to happen in their life. Don't let anybody step over you. You give them an inch, they're gonna take a fucking mile running. Like, that type of disrespect is so far gone. Like, you need to put that shit in check right then and there. He's lucky I'm in a different state, because I would have socked him in his fucking mouth when that shit would have fucking happened. Oh God, bro. Because I know the boy. I know the dude. Went to fucking school with this fucking clown. Nobody likes his ass. Now nobody likes his ass, bro. He fucked with the wrong one. I'll tell you that. He fucked with the wrong motherfucker. And everybody's been telling him, you fucked up. People that have been reaching out to him to try to figure out what happened, like, he fucked up. They know the story, the full story of what happened. The people that are around that understand, that have been in constant communication, they know that he fucked up, and it's gonna get worse for him. His 2022 is not looking too well, honestly. And on that note, oh my god, I'm just jumping to the next section. That was just a quick bit. That was just the fucking quick bits of shit. Yeah, the next section of the podcast is just we're gonna jump into the audience questions. These are the ones that were left from the previous podcast that I didn't want to put into them. I was like, I'll just leave and it's only two of them. I was like, I'll just leave the other one, because the first one that I'm going to talk about definitely was more used for this one. And then, I mean, it could be used for the January one, but it was just like, nah, I'll just put it for this one. And then this next one, you'll understand. But the first question comes from user The Lowly Bear. Yeah, The Lowly Bear. Yeah, Lowly Bear. Like Lolly? L-O-L-I? Lolly? One of the two. I don't know. Lolly Bear. Could be lolly dagging or some shit like that. Lolly bear. Hopefully he's not like a lolicon. That'd be fucking weird. A lowly bear. I don't know. There's just users, I swear, different names, whoever you don't know by names. But yeah, his question or their question or her question, whatever it is, because it's just user. It doesn't have no whatever. I'm just get to the question. It just threw me off. The name threw me off. The question is, what is your New Year's resolution? To answer that question, honestly, I don't have one. I don't make New Year's, sorry, but I just don't make New Year's resolutions. I make shit happen. I don't try to make these unrealistic goals that you're not going to continue to do. Like a lot of people like, oh, I'm gonna have my body right, new year, new me, or I'm gonna get this $1 million type bullshit, or stupid shit that that's completely unobtainable without actually any type of structure or step-by-step instructions on how you're going to obtain this by starting from the bottom and then get to the top. I never do those. I haven't done one of those. I can't say never, but I haven't done one in more than 14 years at this point, probably longer, because there was just no point. There was no point in sticking to any of that shit. It was stupid. So I just make shit happen for myself. I do what I need to do to make sure my year is good for me. Make sure there's a roof over my head, there's food in my belly, and a place to fucking lay my head, bro. I think I just said the same thing twice. Roof over my food in my belly, and I have a job. Yeah, that too. Like I make shit happen for myself. I make sure I do what I need to do as a man, because I'm not gonna have any real value to this world if I'm sitting on my ass all fucking day not doing any fucking thing. There's market dictates anybody's fucking value, and what I mean by that is the society itself. A man who's not doing anything is a fucking bum, bruh. You're a fucking bum. Women say that shit all the time. I mean, they say it for other reason as well, but if you really not do anything, you're just a fucking bum, bro. I'm not gonna be that. I refuse to be that shit. So hopefully that answers your question. I don't do New Year's resolutions. It's just not my thing. I'm never gonna do one. I mean, would I do one later on in life or some shit like that? I don't know, 40, 50 years down the line? Possibly. I don't fucking know. It's just I haven't done one for 14 plus years, if about around that time, 14, 15, 16 years. It's just no point, man. So yeah, that's really about it I have for that question. Jumping into the next question is, this question comes from Joe Byron. I'm guessing that's a play on Joe Biden, or Joe Button, maybe. Most likely Joe Biden. There's always a play on words like that. This one is, how would you deal with wanting to move? Yeah, I think this is really, how would you, oh my God. How would you deal with wanting to move somewhere else while your significant other doesn't want to move with you? Like, they still want to be with you, but they don't want to move. That's, oh my God, the way that was phrased was terrible. So what this question is saying is, you're trying to move somewhere. Say this person's trying to move to another state, and your significant other doesn't want to move with you, and they want to stay but keep a long distance relationship. I believe this is what this is saying. How would I deal with this? Well, one, I don't deal with long distance relationships. They don't work. That's my opinion. That's strategically my opinion. And I probably should have said this way before I started talking. Anything I say is just my own opinion. It's not law. My word is not law. You could take this advice. It's not advice or anything like that. You take my words and run with it or wherever it is. It's just my own opinion about these. I'm going to try to answer these to the best of my abilities. I probably should have said that in the beginning, but y'all already know what it is, bro. Yeah, I don't deal with long distance relationships. It just don't work with me. Reason being is because I would want my woman like within just driving distance, like maybe at most an hour away, if that. I don't really want to drive a fucking hour to go see my woman. But if, you know, it comes to that point, like I would do it, most definitely. 2 hours is pushing it. Fuck all that, nigga. You on the other side of a goddamn state at that fucking point. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I ain't doing that shit, but yeah, I like having my woman near me at all times, somewhere I could at least go see her, take her out on dates, hold her, you know, make love to her, shit like that. Like that's me. Not one. Yeah, man, you could. How would I deal with this? Honestly, I would just do the ultimatum. It's each person has a choice at this point. You have a choice, and possibly, say, if it was my significant other, she has a choice. She could either stay with me, like say if I was the one moving, she could either stay with me, but know that shit's gonna fucking happen. But honestly, I wouldn't deal with that. I would just break up with her. I'm sorry. Nah, I would just have to break up with her. I'm not gonna cheat on her. I've never cheated on nobody, and I will never do that shit. So fuck that. I would just break up with her if she's not wanting to come. Unfortunately, she could probably be my fucking soul partner or whatever that is. Soulmate is what they call them. Like, she could be my soulmate, lifelong partner, any this, that, and the third. Me personally, I would just break up with her if I was to make that move. If it was a serious move, say if this was another level to my job, or this was another level to further my career, or if this was a business opportunity of a lifetime or some shit like that, that is completely worth it, yes, that's what I would do. If it's nothing that significant, meaning if I was moving to another state because of, let's just say if I was going to another state because, I don't know, maybe some stupid family issues, or if this was, I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe college or something like that, to continue a college degree or something small that really isn't that significant. To me, it wouldn't be that significant to really break off a good relationship like that, good, healthy relationship. Well, that's another thing. It has to be healthy enough for me to want to stay. If it is, then yeah, I would keep something keeping like that going. If it wasn't that significant and I was going, yeah, I would try the long distance relationship and see how well it goes. I would make the trips to go back and forth and shit like that, but it wouldn't be very often, because it's just like, depending on what the situation is at the time. For me, I could definitely make the fucking trips back and forth, but that's just a lot of money I don't need to be spending, and it could be spent on other things that I would feel is more important, honestly. That's just me. Hopefully I'm answering this question correctly. Well, it did say, like, say if this was a girl asking this, well, it says Joe Byron. I wouldn't know if a girl account would make a username Joe Byron. I mean, she could, I don't know. Let's just put in her, the woman's shoes. If this was the girl leaving and the guy didn't want to do anything, or like didn't want to leave, I would say to her, if your man is actually doing something. And what I mean by that, if he has ambition and he has drive and he has a successful career and he's furthering his career where he has to be grounded in order to further his career, and he can't move, and there's no way for him to move to that state with you to further his career, and he's pretty much being forced to do it, then I would say to her, stay and just do the long distance relationship. I know it's going to be hard for her to be able to deal with that. But if he still wants to make it work because he loves you and he doesn't want to lose you, and he's, you know, trying to make not only his life better for the both of you guys, I would say stay. If you do not want to stay because you want him to come with you, but he doesn't want to drop everything and leave, that's perfectly fine. That's completely fine on his end. But if this dude was a complete bum, wasn't doing anything, and just really had no drive or anything like that, I would say leave his ass. If he's holding you back, leave his ass. You have every fucking right to. Go ahead. Like, I know it's gonna be hard, absolutely. I know how, of course, I know how fucking feelings work. Everybody knows how what they feel and what they don't feel with some shit like that. It's gonna fucking hurt, you know, breaking that type of shit off, especially if you had like years of fucking connection being built into that relationship. Like, of course, man, like, it's gonna be fucking tough for you. But honestly, if he's holding you back, like, you could try to make it go as long as possible, but you're gonna leave. I would say leave. Just move on, find another one. There's, I guess you could say, plenty of fish in the sea. Even though there's more women than men on this planet, out of the 7.5 billion people, 7.4 or 7.3 billion people on this planet. Yeah, I hope I answered this question correctly. That's what I would do if I was in this situation for this question. Me personally, that's what I would have done. If it was me, I would go. If she doesn't want to go, like, I completely forgot to say, if my girl was in that same position as my man, as the man was, in the reverse way I said that, if she was, I'm like, yeah, then like, you could stay there. I'm gonna go deal what I'm doing over here. As long as it's something that's worth fucking wild, I wouldn't just flat out leave or something, especially if it's not a better opportunity. Like, I don't just straight up go for some small significant shit. If both people are on the same page and they're both moving up, then I would try to make it work, do my best to make it work. It's just, I would hate it, especially depending on how long it's going to be. That's another thing. Does it say how long? No, it doesn't. Yeah, the question, it doesn't say how long it's gonna be. Like, if it was like a year or two, like, yo, I could tough that shit out. There's no problem. It's gonna be hard fucking toughing that shit out. But yeah, but if you're talking like 5, 10, 20 plus fucking years type shit, then it's just like, nah, my nigga, you're gonna have to really sit down and talk to this person, boy or girl, and really work this shit out. Leave everything on the fucking table. Let each other know what it's going to be moving forward if this shit happens, and then make your decision then. That's I guess the best way I could answer this question. So yeah, that's really all I got for that. Hopefully I answered the question correctly, that you wanted, that, or what you were hoping to hear, Joe Byron. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say about that shit. We're just gonna move into the next part of the podcast. Oh my fucking god. Next section of the podcast, and it is going to be the gaming section. I only got one thing to talk about, because the one thing I was waiting for the longest. I don't think I talked about it did I talk about it in the last podcast? Or no, I didn't, because I dropped the podcast before it was released, and it was Halo. So Halo is now out. It's close to a month from being out. Beat the campaign on Legendary. Fun as hell, but at the same time, I have no bad I have no real bad things to say about this game, honestly. I have no real bad things to say about it. That's first and foremost. I love this fucking game. I knew I was gonna love it because I played the tech preview or whatever it is. I got the first part of it, the second part of it, and I think there were like 2 or 3 of them. I've been in every single one of them, and I knew this game was gonna be good just from multiplayer wise. The campaign, I fucking loved the campaign. Played it on Legendary, had a blast, died probably maybe 40 times or 30 times, I would say about 30 times per boss, damn near, because the it's a semi-open world game. To me, it's just semi-open world. Like, open world is a little bit, it would probably feel a little bit bigger to me if it was open world. Like if it was like almost like the thing of like Assassin's Creed big or some shit like that, or just like even bigger, but I consider it just semi-open world. But during the campaign, of course, I'm probably gonna spoil shit. Like, yeah, spoiler. Oh yeah, from this point on, spoiler alert. From this section to the next section, spoiler a fucking alert. And you'll understand why what's coming next. But right now we're talking about Halo. With Halo, I had a blast playing it from beginning to end. The bosses on Legendary are actually even worse on Legendary. They're like Legendary on steroids, because when you're just going through the game like normal, the jackals with the carbines or whatever it is, yeah, they kill me sometimes, like 2-tap me, 1-tap me, and made it kind of difficult to where I kind of had to go through. But I was, for the most part, still able to run and gun this shit like it was nobody's business, like to where it felt like it was a good balance between normal and heroic to me, or kind of just like a solid heroic through just the base part of it before getting to the bosses and capturing the FOBs, which are forward operating bases, and doing all the little small challenges and stuff like that. Actually, I'm almost 100% complete with this fucking collecting everything. I just need the 5 more skulls for the campaign part of it, because there's 7 in the open world part of it and there's 5 of them in the missions part of it. I skipped all of that. I collected not even I collected only 1 skull by accident. Every single skull I found was by accident when I was going through finding those like propaganda towers. And I was with another friend who was also like kind of going around because we were collecting shit, and he found 2 skulls and I found the rest of them all by accident, just from going around flying all over the place. And the other 5 I'm just gonna YouTube to fucking figure out, because fuck all that nonsense. But what was I saying beforehand? Oh, the bosses. Yeah, the bosses were their next fucking level. That was some bullshit. I'm not even gonna lie. It was fun at the same time, but I was getting heated. I'm not gonna lie. That shit was actually pretty fucking difficult. I didn't understand why. Like, it turned up the difficulty. Like, it skipped past Legendary and went straight to like, you're fucked type of shit. Like, it was ridiculous how hard how hard that shit was, dude. It was fun though. It was fun. I'm going to definitely go back through it. I'm gonna play it on easy, and then I'm gonna collect all the skulls, and then I'm gonna redo it again on Legendary, just because I actually had a great time. I actually became very good with the grapple shot and all the abilities that you're able to have, the drop shield, the thrust, the motion sensor, every single one of them. Before the game dropped, I didn't know how to really use all that stuff. I kind of ignored it and just played like normal Halo. But now that I got so good with it, I was like, dude, it's just so fucking easy. It just became a cakewalk on Halo multiplayer. It was just great. It's solid. It was just way too fucking solid. My nitpicks on the game: it's of course missing the whole other half of the game, unfortunately. And I can't wait. I actually cannot wait to see what it has, but it just sucks that it's missing the whole other half. And what I mean by that, for people who don't understand what I'm talking about for Halo, is it's missing Forge. It's missing a whole fuck ton of multiplayer shit, like the playlist and customization that's inside the game. Co-op campaign as well. Theater mode should be improved as well. It's like missing in firefight. in Firefight. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if they don't have Firefight, I'm like, what the fuck? Why would you like take out Firefight? Why would you leave it in like 2, 3 fucking Halo? Because Firefight was, I believe, in 5, 4, Reach, and ODST. Like, if you're not gonna put in this one, like, then what the fuck? Like, that'd be kind of dumb. Like, why not just give us everything, little by little? Next season is like in 125 days or some shit like that, for when we get co-op campaign. But yeah, that's definitely that's a major nitpick. But I am satisfied for what I do have right now. It is very optimized. It is smooth. I've been playing on the Xbox Series X. For people who don't know, I'm not playing it on PC. I'm only playing it on Xbox. I didn't record actually any gameplay because I moved it from my computer room that I'm in now to my bedroom on my 75-inch, and I just wanted to play that shit on just 4K. I didn't want to play it on a fucking 27-inch monitor. I wanted to play it at its full glory, and anybody would understand that. But yeah, that's the one major nitpick, is that small nitpicks. There were some bugs in the game that I came across during multiplayer, but it was nothing game breaking. Some of them were actually pretty fucking funny. But yeah, that's really, I think that's it. Well, that and the lack of customization, because you before were able to do piece by piece of armor customization, as well as colors. The colors, I hate the solid colors that you can't really change everything like you used to. Bring that back. It would be so much better. I'm trying to see way more customization in Halo. Like right now, I feel very locked. I feel very locked, and I don't like feeling very constrained. Like the customization freedom we used to have, like bring that back, please. 343 Industries, if you ever are listening to this or somebody is, please fucking bring that back. That's one thing I would say. Just bring that shit back. It's fucking annoying. And the playlist update, you guys need more of that. Oh yeah, and maps. We need more maps. The amount of maps from then versus now, it is drastically lacking to me. But the maps are solid. The 3-lane maps, for anybody who knows game design or anything like that, or is you played Call of Duty, there's always 3 fucking lanes. You got the middle, left, and right. The 3 lanes, every map has it on the Halo, and it's very fucking solid. You got down the middle, you got left, and you got right. It works so perfectly. There's only one map I fucking hate so fucking much, just because it's just to me it's just stupid. Honestly, what is that map called? Man, I forgot what that map's called, but I'm not even gonna fucking remember it. But that one sucks. That one fucking sucks. But every other map is pretty good. I like the Bazaar the best. Bazaar to me is probably the best one. That one is the most solid map that they have, is Bazaar. But yeah, Halo right now, could I give it a rating? I could give it I want to give it a fucking solid 10, but that's just me being a fucking fanboy and all this other bullshit. But honestly, I love it. I could give it a solid 9 right now, just as a placeholder, just because I love it. It's fun. A lot more people are on it. I see more people on Halo than I do everything else, but I do see people switch back and forth between Halo and Battlefield. Battlefield as well as holding its ground. I play Battlefield from time to time as well. It's fun. They fixed a lot of their issues. The game is it's still solid, but excuse me. Yeah, right now Halo's set. That's all I really got to say about Halo. Moving on from gaming, we're going into movies and TV shows. First one we talking about is, of course, Spider-Man No Way Home. You already know I was gonna talk about this movie, and like I said just earlier, spoiler motherfucking alert. Spoiler motherfucking alert, because we don't talk about it. It's loose lips over here. You've had, when did it come out? 18th? Came out on the 18th, so you basically had like, what, a week or two? Yeah, hold up. Yeah, you had about 2 weeks to see this fucking movie. You should have saw it by now. If you haven't seen it, too bad, bro. Like, you could skip this last part of the fucking thing, if you want to. Just make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. Go ahead, rate it 5 stars before you leave. No Way Home was fantastic, was absolutely fantastic. I have not seen one bad review from this movie after watching this fucking movie. It is great. And I'm, besides the almost 3 spoilers I fucking saw, just because I tried my best, like I was doing my hard-earned best to just stay off of fucking Twitter. And a few times, it's my normal routine when I wake up, Twitter's my newspaper, I fucking pull it up. And I woke up, pulled it up, and then instantly was just like, wait, what the fuck, and turn it off. Like I just like, yo, like I'm not gonna see it. And the first thing I think I saw like that was something about Spider-Man. Like I didn't see the full thing, but it was something about Spider-Man No Way Home. It was a few times that came across, but yeah, Spider-Man No Way Home, phenomenal movie, great. It was everything we wanted and more. Some things, of course, we all expected it. We all knew it was gonna happen, but nobody knew entirely unless you saw the fucking movie. But we all knew Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire showed up in the movie. William Dafoe, Jamie Foxx, fucking even Tom Hardy was in that bitch. Yeah, even Tom, our boy Tom Hardy was in that motherfucker. Like everybody did they fucking thing, bro. Every single actor did phenomenal. I loved it. Mary Jane, who is Zendaya, she did her thing. Ned, I forgot what his name is. Doctor Strange. Like it was a good ass movie, bro. Just from beginning to end. And seeing Daredevil popped up, and I freaked out because that was literally the first thing. And it picks up right after Far From Home with him defeating Mysterio and Jake Gyllenhaal. He literally exposes his identity. It like literally picks up right off of that last movie. And the first thing we see, the biggest like reveal, was Daredevil. I haven't seen Daredevil. I haven't seen the TV show Daredevil. I haven't seen that. I've seen Luke Cage, but I haven't seen Jessica Jones, Iron Fist, and like all the rest of them. I haven't seen those because I don't really watch TV shows like that. So I wasn't expecting to see Daredevil at all. So that was a big shock to me. If you have, cool, congratulations, awesome. But yeah, Daredevil, that was dope. So I can't wait to see what happens and follows that. It's just awesome that now that those TV shows are now finally relevant in the movie. Well, this one person, it's just finally, and the guy who played in the TV show, it was in the movie, and they also confirmed he will be coming back. So it's good that they're gonna keep the same people. Awesome. Some scenes were changed in the movie that was in the trailer, like usual, a couple of them. Like one of the main ones that I'm talking about where, what's his name? He's the new, what did they call him? Man, he's the guy who guards the sanctum. He's the new, the Asian guy. I forgot what his name is. I can't believe I forgot his name, but he was supposed to say, don't use that spell or don't cast that spell. He didn't even say that. He just bounced. He's just like, just leave me out of it. And he bounced. I'm like, wait, they changed it. So I was fine with it. It is what it is. And I think there was 1 or 2 other scenes that were changed. Just like small minor reshoots. That's all it was. But William Dafoe as Green Goblin, bro, that was the best acting I've seen him do. That was like, he's of course done really good jobs in previous movies that he's done. I'm not talking about Marvel itself, but in other fucking movies. But that shit was solid. The fight scenes were all him because he said there was an article that came out. If you want him back, he has to do the fight scenes and the stunt work himself. Phenomenal. The acting, phenomenal. It was good. The play that he was doing, the setup. William Dafoe, hats off to you. You were great, dude. Doc Ock, he did great. The Lizard did great. Jamie Foxx did his fucking thing too. I love seeing Jamie Foxx. Sandman didn't really get the light, I guess. But, you know, he just wanted to see his fucking daughter. That's all he really wanted, like always. He did his fucking thing. Andrew Garfield did his part so fucking well, man. Especially when when we first seen him come through the portal when Ned was trying to find Peter because he, you know, disappeared, and Andrew Garfield was the first Spider-Man to show up. He just from that alone, it was like night and day seeing him in his Amazing Spider-Man movies versus having an amazing script given from Marvel to him, and he played it perfectly. That was the only reason why the Amazing Spider-Man to me failed, is because they just didn't give him the scripts that he was going to play his part. He was going to do his part. He just needed the right script and the right co-stars and everything. Not saying that the other co-stars were bad. I'm just saying he needed everything to flow well, and he will fucking shine. And that's exactly what he did in this movie. Especially when he caught Mary Jane before she was about to hit the ground, because he pretty much he made up for not catching Gwen in his universe. Which was sad, brother. I'm not gonna lie, that definitely brought a tear to my eye, man. Seeing them and then seeing Toby, that, bro, I screamed in the movie theater. I was yelling, bro. I was like, yes, fuck yeah. I ain't screamed like a little fucking girl. I was like, fuck yeah, bro. I'm just talking, bro. Oh my god. But yeah, dude, Toby and Andrew did great. I look forward to seeing, possibly, because there's rumors of them possibly having multiple movies with Andrew Garfield possibly in the future, but I don't know if they're gonna do that. I'm like, why would they do that unless they're actually going to bring them back? If they're both gonna bring both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield back in some other multi-universe thing, because the Multiverse of Madness is going to pick up right after where this movie left off. Which at the end of the movies, I know I'm all over the place, I don't really care, I'm just kind of quickly get through this shit. The Multiverse of Madness actually was like the first trailer was shown at the end of the movie of what was to follow, and it picks up literally right after where this movie ended. Tom Hardy was in it, and then it didn't look like he disappeared, I guess. To me, I don't know if he got teleported or some shit like that. I thought Tom Hardy was already in the universe where Spider-Man, where our Tom Holland was. Was he in the one where Andrew Garfield? That's where I was so confused, because at the end of it, Tom Hardy gets beamed back or something, teleported or sent back to his universe or some shit, and a piece of his Venom was left. And then that was the end of the first trailer. And I was my guess is what that is. It's either we're going to get Black Suit Spider-Man, just like how we saw in Spider-Man 3 with Tom Holland, which could be pretty interesting, or we're going to get another Carnage. I don't know. We'll see. We could get another Venom as well, but I don't see the current. Is there a Brock? No, this Tom Holland, we don't have a Brock. We have a Flash, but I don't see Flash becoming Venom. Like, he's not good enough. I don't think he's good enough to become Venom. And then Ned can't become Venom as well. It'd be weird. So I think we're only gonna get Black Suit Spider-Man, or we'll get another Carnage or some shit like that. That's the only thing I could fucking think of. Personally, that's the only thing I could think of. But yeah, that's really about it for the movie. Oh my god, it's fucking terrible. Go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe, you know, all that. Rate it 5 stars. And yeah, we're gonna get on to the last bit of this podcast before we end it. The Witcher season 2, I completely forgot about this. I knew it was gonna drop in December, but then I fucking forgot because other shit was coming out, so it just completely skipped my mind. So I was just on Netflix one night, and then I seen Witcher 2 new episodes, and I was like, oh shit. I'm like, oh yeah, this shit drops, I need to watch this. And I finally watched it. And yes, it gives me like Game of Thrones feels, and I love that. But it's Witcher, and it's just great. Yennefer, she supposedly died, but I knew she was alive the whole fucking time. It was just a matter of time before we saw her. Gerald's like daughter is like some crazy elder elf or some shit like that mixed with Witcher or his blood and stuff like that. So she has like this crazy power. And I mean, that's towards like the end of it, but the season itself was great. I loved it. I have no real issues with it. The only thing I hated is that we got left off on a part with some bullshit because we gotta wait for season 3. And I'm like, yo, y'all need to hurry up and like keep this shit consistent. You guys need to do with The Witcher, what they need to do is what the Walking Dead did, was during the month of October or whatever it is when they started then, and then they ended February, sometimes March, depending on how many episodes they have, and then they pretty much cut it, they film, or they have like maybe a month off or something like that, then they film all the way until they release again on October. Like, it just keep doing that, because this is, I need more, man. Like, I need more. We need more Witcher. It's good, but I did write down thinking, I was like, I think season 1 was better in my opinion. Just a bit. It doesn't like mean it's bad or anything like that. It's still worth a watch. Like, I will go back and rewatch both of them, no problem. It's just I feel like season 1 was just a bit better. But season 2 was setting up for a great season 3. I will say that season 2 is set up for a great season 3 and what is to come. So I am excited about that. But that's really all I have to say about The Witcher 2. Nothing, I'm not gonna go too in depth about it. But yeah, that's really all I have for my show notes on this podcast. It was just more of something that I wanted to put out really quick. I didn't put any like anime, anything like that. There were season finales that had ended, like the Jobless Reincarnation and what was the other one that I wanted to mention? I forgot what it was, but Jobless Reincarnation was great. I can't wait for the next season. They're doing a time skip for, it's gonna be a older Rudis, whatever his name is, Rudis. I'm pretty sure it's Rudis, how you pronounce it. Which is gonna be good, because it was set up in a way to where the time skip is going to be nice, and it's going to be justified. This anime is actually very solid. Demon Slayer is good. He just met the upper 6 and he's about to fight her right now. That was the last episode I saw, and yeah, this shit's getting real. And then, oh yeah, Attack on Titan, of course. I got my Attack on Titan hoodie zip up right now. That's around the corner, which I'm excited for. And then Commonplace, the World's Strongest, is also in January, and I'm also looking forward for that. But that's really all I wanted to mention on just the anime side. But yeah, the podcast is pretty much over at that point. Go ahead, leave a like, comment, subscribe, rate this shit 5 stars on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. I know there's not 5 stars on YouTube, but you put 5 stars in the comment section. If you would like to have a question answered on this podcast, go ahead and comment, tweet at me, DM me, email me at the Project Vega for both my email, which my email is theprojectvega@gmail.com. My Twitter is at theprojectvega, and my YouTube is Project Vega. Every description and link will be right below, so go ahead and do that, and I will catch you motherfuckers later. And Happy New Year.